Back to another album review. Today's review is on Last Tangle in Paris by Ministry. This is another live album from the band, and it took place in Paris, France during the band's live Defibrilla tour in 2012. The footage was directed and edited by Zach Passero. The album was produced and mixed by Al Jorgensen and Sammy D'Ambrosio at 13th Planet Studios. The executive producers were Angelina Jorgensen and Ulrich Rudolph. The co-producer was Hector Sainz. The album was released on July 8th, 2014 on 13th Planet Records, under license to UDR, GmbH, and Wacken Records. The lineup consisted of Al Jorgensen on lead vocals and guitar, Casey Orr on bass, John Bechdel on keyboards, Aaron Rossi on drums, and Mike Scotcha and Sin Corinne on guitars. This was one of the band's last performances with Mike, and the release of this album was meant to be a tribute to him. There are some versions that have the CD of the performance. There's also a version with 2 CDs and a DVD. What I have is the best possible version because this has the Blu-ray plus the 2 CDs of the performance. So this means that I have the best possible version. This came all the way from Germany, but it's region free, so we're good to go. Most of the songs are on the CDs, are on the Blu-ray, so you need to get the version with the Blu-ray and both CDs in order to get the full experience. I think the DVD is also region free despite also originating from Germany. The Blu-ray is dubbed as Live 2012, while the CDs are dubbed as Retro Live. Now I'm going to talk about the songs on the CD so I don't end up repeating myself. The beginning of the set list is Ghoul Diggers. When I reviewed Relapse, I said that the song is about how the music industry profits off of dead musicians. Some might find it hypocritical that this album and Live at Wacken were released long after the death of Mike Scotcha, but I disagree because the band was trying to honor him. The next track is No W. I don't need to go into detail about how much of a classic this song is. After that is Senor Peligro. Some of the footage on the Blu-ray is intercut with interviews with the band and Sammy D'Ambrosio, as well as footage from when the band were making From Beer to Eternity. Next up is Rio Grande Blood. Here's a track that isn't on the Blu-ray. Up next is Lies, Lies, Lies. And these guys seem to love playing the song during live shows. That's followed by 99%ers. I think this is among the best songs on Relapse, which was released in 2012. We followed up with Life is Good. This is among the most memorable songs on Rio Grande Blood, even though it's not my personal favorite. It's still a very solid song overall. The second to last track on disc 1 is Relapse. It's appropriate that they included this in the set list, since it mentioned the apocalypse that conspiracy theorists believed would happen in 2012, which was the year the performance took place. The end of disc 1 is The Last Sucker. Here's the title track from the album of the same name, and I think that's the best anti-George Bush album ever made. That's it for disc 1. Now for disc 2. The beginning of disc 2 is Psalm 69. This is the title track from what most people, including myself, think is the best Ministry album. Hell, I'd go as far as to call it the best industrial album ever made, as well as a possible candidate for the best album of the entire 90s. Right after that is NWO. These guys just had to play the song live since it's one of their biggest hits. The following track is Just One Fix. I mentioned before how much Beavis and Butthead loved this song. The track after that is Thieves. This is actually the final track on the Blu-ray. What's next is Khyber Pass. It's one of the best songs from Rio Grande Blood. What comes next is Fear is Big Business. I still think this is the best song on Rio Grande Blood. What comes after that is Let's Go. This is my favorite song on The Last Sucker. And I think it's, and I'd actually go as far as to call that one of my favorite Ministry songs. The second to last track is Watch Yourself. The Blu-ray also includes footage of the band rehearsing for the concert. The album ends with So What. I personally think this is one of the best 80s songs ever made. There's no information available regarding how this album performed commercially. However, it does have a 4.3 out of 5 on Discogs as of the making of this video. Now for my thoughts. I think this is a great album. It's a shame that it didn't sell as well as it should have, because I think it's one of the best live shows Ministry has ever done. I appreciate that the concert was spliced with interviews with the band, rehearsals, and the making of From Beer to Eternity. Overall, I highly recommend this album, especially the version with the Blu-ray and 2 CDs. You should be able to find a copy on Discogs. Now's the part where I question you. Have you listened to Last Tangle in Paris? If so, what do you think about it? What's your favorite song from it? Did you attend this concert for yourself? If you have this album, which version do you have? Let me know in the comments. If you like the video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Be sure to press the notification bell to be notified of future videos. Thanks for watching, and I have something interesting planned for my next review.